Well,
I
yeah,
think we're
it's just
using
kinda
June
general,
as
but-
but I think we're realizing that
Tuesday at 7.
Tuesday at 7 is not
working for a
working
lot of
for
people.
us.
Wow. I think we're real. Okay. Did not need that. So we're live, in case anybody was wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, the only evening I really have conflicts is Monday, and that's not every Monday,
Okay.
it's the
Okay.
second Monday of the month,
All right.
Okay.
and occasionally Wednesdays.
Well, I'm actually surprised because Saturday is winning.
Mm.
And I think we might be the first and only board to do potentially have a Saturday board meeting.
I'm here.
But I checked-
Start yet.
Okay, we're alive, just so you know.
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Sorry for my tardiness. I'm still quiet.
We're still waiting on Ted.
Patrick is putting out a fire, he said, and he'll join. I don't know if you saw that on your.
He said he might join if he can.
Yeah. Sarah is not coming?
No,
And
Jean?
Jean is not coming.
yeah.
Next meeting.
Sarah,
Boy.
right, I know she was.
She's going to the other meeting.
They're doing their
Their
workshop
workshop.
is tonight
Okay.
instead of Monday.
Yes, she was at the planning board meeting the other night.
Okay, because our last meeting, she was.
Yeah, she had some
I wish-
small problems.
They hadn't held it the same night as our meeting, but
Yes. I don't know what the reason for the adjustment was.
I don't know if it's for just this meeting or if they permanently moved it.
I do not believe they have permanently moved
I
it.
don't think they legally can permanently move that until January.
well, we are gonna move ours, so that might be a conflict.
Carrie's like, absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's.
Done with this
the-
Tuesday at 7.
No, it's fine, but that is actually, well, I haven't been able to go because I've been away the last couple of ones, but like, that's something that I'm quite interested in, so
Mhm.
I would have liked to have gone, but I'm here because this is my civic duty.
Are we ready to call it in?
Ted's still missing.
Hedda, did you get new glasses?
Who?
You,
When I fell, I broke my other glasses, so thank you for noticing, but they're just, I went to CVS and got some readers.
they
Okay.
look
So
nice.
y'all are large and in life there.
So are you. I like the setup.
Yeah, the setup that's in the library is great.
Oh, you're talking, okay, thanks.
Yes, no, it's good.
This has been the biggest lifesaver for me.
Yeah,
For the
it's
last
great.
few weeks. It's been, trying,
He
he said he's trying to log in.
okay, give him
Is
a couple
there,
more
or
minutes.
Annie said, I texted Annie. Is there anything I can do to help?
So many people have so much trouble with Zoom and I
My
can't figure it
chiropractor all of
out.
a sudden retired.
Oh,
He's had a lot of health problems. I'll put it that way.
with him.
Yeah,
In
that's
Bangor,
Mhm.
going
I
in for
mean,
years. He's great.
Sometimes you have to answer a couple of questions, sometimes
he-
a window goes behind another, but
Yeah, right.
Okay, so his computer
I had
is
a lot of
trying to
doctor trauma.
update.
Yes, that was.
Oh, that's the
actual
worst.
No.
oh, there was a
Yeah.
Zoom update today.
Right,
And I-
so
Yeah.
she's getting a laptop for him because it's
Doesn't it?
taking too long to update, so.
Okay,
yeah.
Um, Do you think that we could go forward? with
yes,
that?
let's call the meeting 7:05. Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Any public comment from the public? Okay. Moving on, we have the minutes. Oh no, I've shuffled my piles.
Oh,
Oh, I
I
left the
didn't catch
minutes.
the minutes, I'm sorry.
They were not in the
I'm sorry.
packet.
Right,
Um,
because they weren't, I understand why,
sorry.
I apologize. Do I need to resend it?
No, I think there was, yeah, there were Kendas.
I sent them, then I Ethan helped me
Yeah.
get
Ethan-
it together better and
I remember
think-
that they were revised enough to delete them from the packet, but I wasn't conscious enough to re-put the correct ones.
Options there again.
And let me.
So we have the minutes from the 18th,
right, when we didn't have a meeting and then there was the other.
right? Um,
7:05 p.m.
I hear him.
No,
Should-
that was my phone talking, my
Oh.
watch.
I
um,
submitted my revisions. I'm okay to vote on them.
Are we ready to vote?
Wait.
To,
Hold on, do you want me to see if I could send them out again?
no,
Y'all have to read them, so.
The only thing, and Ted brought this to my attention earlier,
Yeah,
we approved payroll, utilities, insurance, but we waited on the credit card because we weren't sure for new business under the monthly bills. We
Page
wait,
3.
yes. It was payroll, utilities. I think insurance and postage we approved, but credit cards, we wanted to double check.
oh, all right, I don't have
Was-
that.
was that how? I thought we went ahead and approved the credit card and then,
Right, for up to $1,000, we
Yeah.
said.
It's already in the director's discretionary.
right,
But it still has to be approved monthly, like it still. has to
right,
be-
yeah, no, but I think so what I was gonna say is that I believe this reflects what we did,
Okay,
but we have to pull back that
okay,
credit
we have
card
to
debt.
amend it, okay.
Yeah, so
I don't know about that,
we do. I've been told, so.
because once it's on the credit card, the money's already spent. Already-
Rebecca
just
said
need it,
credit
right?
cards are not considered a necessary thing.
Okay.
And that if the late fee is the problem, change the due date of the bill. So that it falls after the approval of the board, but the board needs to still approve.
And she said that,
Expenditures before they were made.
Yeah, that's, yeah, official. We can't just have it be. That, I went to the financial fiduciary.
So how does that, because
Training.
the point Alexis brought up last month was if there is an emergency circumstance that has to go onto the credit card, that can't, it's not like a regular bill. How do they?
Right, according to Rebecca, is they don't care about late fees.
Hey, well, fair enough.
If, and we can have the billing date change.
Sure.
So it can be moved to closer to after the meeting.
In
That
which
the
case it'll be a moot
approval,
point.
and it'll be a moot point.
I'll be
and
honest
that's
and
the
say
best
that
way
our
to.
current credit card is set up, basically, we're 30 days ahead of schedule anyways.
Mhm.
So even if we did delay a whole month, we figured this out a couple
Right.
weeks ago. It wouldn't be due for a whole another 30 days. We wouldn't
Right.
get hit with a late fee.
So the reasoning, I think, was to avoid late fees, but and to make it convenient, but.
Well,
Oh.
to help cover us when we don't have quorum and we can't meet. That was another
Right,
consideration.
Right, so I guess
Yeah.
we don't need to change the minutes on that.
I think we don't need to change the minutes, but we may,
We'll modify.
we may
Right.
modify the policy kind of statement.
hey, Ted,
May-
yeah, we don't change the minutes because we passed it. We said that.
Right,
Then you
right.
have to, like you said, modify. it.
How do-
Thank you.
what?
Okay, so,
How do you what?
Clear.
Usually my picture comes out.
So I'll make a
We
motion
see
to
you.
pass the April 18th and April 29th minutes.
yes, I second that.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, that's it.
Moving around. Payment of the bills. we've got,
Where's the mute and unmute? Who's that?
You. Hi, Annie.
Hiya, how are y'all?
Okay.
Good. So we are looking at the cap 230516F. Are there questions?
No. They're good to me.
Who's that?
And you'll notice that we did get the payment, the first payment to the Renaissance Web Solutions in on this report.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're moving quick,
We're moving as fast with that as we can.
quick, 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 quick.
That's great.
I want it done
Yes.
already.
When
okay.
will we see the bill from Paul?
I talked to him about it on Friday. We're finalizing a few things that he's getting to me and then he'll send it over. So I'm hoping this week. I'm hoping I'll have it this week or next.
So it'll
week.
be on next.
It'll
Okay.
be on next one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did talk to him about it. I said, please send me an invoice. He was like, yeah, I know, I need to get that together.
Okay, can someone make a motion?
I make a motion to approve cap 230516F in the amount of $15,973.95.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened last episode? In the surveillance report? Rebecca said that in a training today, and I was like, she does that too. I always do that. I missed an episode. I don't know where I was. What's happened since then? It's a long.
It hasn't been very
blur.
long. so-
Hasn't been that long since we met. I think that everything is just kind of in idle right now. We have a event on Saturday, and we need to figure out if we can, if people can participate in covering that. I can be there for much of it. I think Kiri, you were
think,
saying you
yeah,
could be
there's-
there for some of it.
Yeah, I just have to check one thing. I can't be there first. I probably won't be able to make it by 1,
Okay.
but I can definitely, I'm pretty sure I can come in the afternoon. I just
Okay.
need to, my daughter taking some friends out to the beach. I think my husband has it totally covered, but I
Okay.
just want to make 100%
Okay.
sure.
Okay. And then we need to start gathering signatures. That's the next thing that will come up for this process. Because I think we really want to get most of this. We were saying we have to have it approved by the June meeting or the July meeting.
June.
The signatures have to be.
We need to approve, if we approve them by next June, by the next board meeting. That gives us the whole month of July to work with. Our
Okay,
clerk,
Madeline,
thank you, and
okay.
because it's due by August 7th.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
we really need, it'd be preferable if we had all 108 signatures plus some ready to go by next
Right.
board meeting.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we will have to. Schofield, is that his name? Schofield?
yeah, Robert Schofield, yeah.
Schofield, he's willing to do a little quick training and consultation on making sure we're filling them out correctly, so we're gonna try to come up with a time to do that, hopefully before Saturday. And if we all can then, I think we all have to try to gather some signatures as we go through our lives, to try to get to that 108 plus. So
Do we have the trifold one sheeter?
I have a draft of it. I just got the new logo at the end of the day on Friday.
Mhm.
So, but I'm prioritizing getting the prints, the booklets ready for Saturday, this Saturday. So it just hasn't been on my,
Okay, I got the
Yes.
school board, the school budget one. I thought I have it at home. I meant to bring it
Mhm.
tonight. I'll bring that in so you can see what they did for
Great.
theirs. They have some graphics in there, and
Mhm.
I think we can. It's a like sort of.
theirs was like a little booklet, wasn't it? Or
No,
a-
it's two pages. It was folded over when it was mailed. You opened it and then you had the front. And then it has something on the back. And also it made it 4
Okay.
pages, I guess. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. But I would say it looked pretty good. It had like, all of the different information on there. And so I think we could make ours a little bit, prettier, but I thought it was sort of a good model as well. So
Yeah.
I'll bring it in.
Okay.
Is this training session gonna be in person or Zoom or what's the,
Probably Zoom. He's in
Probably
Albany.
Zoom.
okay, that's actually better.
And if you can't make it, we can, as long, I
We can
think we
always
can
share
share
the
the information. Yeah.
information.
Thank you. I will be on the Penny Lane tour in Liverpool.
You can't dial in?
Only
Come on. Priority.
if Paul McCartney will be on with me, then I'll be good. Then I'll be able to do it. Actually, probably I might be asleep by then. I don't know. But if I can, I'll check my email, and if I can do it, I will.
You do not need to do it. Do not worry
No.
about it.
We're teasing you.
If I'm relaxing.
I'm of the opinion we should focus on the date for the book sale as like our start. That's just what I've been thinking.
Well, I think we're gonna have them available this Saturday,
What's
but
going on
yeah,
this Saturday? I keep saying
there's
this
the
Saturday.
tours.
We're doing the walk.
Oh,
to
the,
the library.
the library tour.
Tour, yeah,
Right.
and there's.
Yeah, I see
little-
that.
Little mocktails and snacks upstairs if people stop.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
No, we're not open right now. We're just- Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we're having a soft launch this week, and then, yeah, the book sale is gonna be, so we are gonna have to, I, of course, am gonna be away for most of the weekend. Which makes it rough for me. So we need to work on scheduling. If people are gonna be upstairs, I think if it gets very monstrously busy for them, they're not gonna wanna have to be dealing with the petitions as well.
Yep.
So we have to kind of be aware.
Are you talking about for the book sale?
Yeah, I'll be back Sunday afternoon, so.
I do plan to be up there for the duration of all the sales so that if there are questions about it, I
You
can.
can't collect signatures though.
I can't collect signatures, but I can answer questions.
Can you point to a clipboard in which people?
Can you mime it? Can you mime it?
I can side eye.
Can you hold up a sign? What, as a library employee? you should-
Maybe just wear a T-shirt with all of the explanations on it, and you won't have to say anything. Just be like this.
Is it that if you're working, you can't touch it?
I mean, I can't touch it. I can't have anything to do with it
Okay.
in general
Because you're an employee of the library?
because I'm a paid employee of the library.
Um,
I can't stop you from signing that, but I'm not gonna ask you to sign these.
Yes, exactly. Precisely. Uh-oh.
I think actually that's one of the rules that Robert has, is that like somebody has to be with the clipboard.
At all times.
Yeah.
That's a Rebecca rule too. He's like, if, once you have that
Probably
clipboard,
smart.
It's a slippery
need to
slope.
protect the clipboard.
Anyway, so I think that's kind of where we're standing on all of this stuff as of this moment. Is that it is time for signatures. So on that note, we're gonna have an executive session at the end to talk about Sandy, but Sandy's here today to
So are we going to like set up slots of time for people to come in and hang out with their clipboard?
Yeah,
I'm not only asking that because my day-to-day, I don't deal with Pine Plains people. I go to
uh-huh,
Albany, and
okay.
people in Albany aren't gonna help us with.
No, they're not,
So-
yeah. We will figure that out
Okay,
in the next.
yeah, because I'm
Couple
happy to
of
sign up for a
days,
block
yeah.
of garden.
Okay,
clipboard, that's no
great.
problem.
Great. Perfect.
There's a
Um,
couple of events that you could set up tables down, town too. There's the Pride events, which is, what did we say? Second or third?
Second,
or fourth or
third,
something.
they're not,
But you
the
could set up,
schedule is very non-existent.
yeah. But you could set up a table downtown or
Mhm,
just talk to people.
the parade.
Can we talk to the friends about that? That would be a good supporting.
Yeah. You could do a
Mhm.
pop-up library.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could do a variety.
Table.
Yeah, table and a couple of boxes of books.
Yeah, we did, what did we do it for? The Community Day?
Yeah, it was
Community
community
Day.
day.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah.
So,
I know there's the business across the street from Stewart's, the one with the tiny homes, as I'm calling them. They're
Apex.
doing,
yeah,
they're doing their grand opening and they're doing a big event, so they've asked if we want a table there. I said, yeah, for a pop-up library, so to do there, so we
What day
can.
is that?
I'll be away. That's right, June 15th. June, let me double check that, but it's the weekend I'm away.
And is that within our window that we want to have the signatures back?
It'll be like right at the end.
Okay.
Well, it
Because
might be very
June
helpful.
20th is our board meeting, so. Or maybe it was June 17th, now that I'm looking at it. I think it was June
So it was
17th,
17th.
Saturday.
Yeah, we were talking about. Okay,
Yeah, so in our board meeting is June 20th.
and we have to vote to approve the signatures. Is that correct?
I can't remember if we vote, let me pull it up. I don't remember off the top of my head if we vote first and then send them to
Madeline.
Madeline, or if we collect them, send them to Madeline, she reviews them, and then we vote on them after they've been approved by the
Because
municipality.
it would give us another 10 days if
Mhm.
we don't have to vote on it on the 20th of June, right? Because we said we wanted to
That's
give it to her at the
correct.
beginning of July,
Let me
right? So
just,
I guess it kind of depends on where we are in the process, but
Right, and that may be, that has to be asked. Just. to
I can
be-
answer that in a minute.
Okay, because I think we vote,
okay, before we
That-
send them.
I think we vote and then put the packet together and hand it off to Madeline. But then we have time, I think, then to, if she comes back and rejects enough
To collect more.
to collect more, yeah. Um.
Yes, so by June, you have to vote whether or not to accept the petitions and then move them on to the municipal clerk.
Okay,
Yeah, so we're,
Seems so weird. Why would we not vote to accept the petition? It doesn't make sense.
it's just
formality.
Yeah, it's bureaucracy. I work
Formality,
with
yeah.
government. I get it. It's
Yeah.
just.
it means we've looked at them when we're not sending garbage.
Hmm.
Okay, so I think that's where I'll end my president's report, because that's about where we are. So let's move on to finances. Where it's printed it out, double sided. My first copy is little. Any questions on these? Ted, is there anything we need to know? Is he with us?
No,
Did we lose him?
Ted,
Okay.
he's there.
Finally.
There you are.
Hey,
Now I cooked it with the Kim.
there
Okay,
you are. Perfect.
I hate this thing. The 990s have been completed by Grady CPA,
Uh-huh.
and we got the town check for 99,500.
Woohoo.
Good news.
Woo-wee.
Yep.
And I'm sorry I missed the first part, but just to go back, if you don't mind, when you did the minutes, was anything said about where we're supposed to take the money from? Where we're supposed to take the money that we are sending to the Renaissance for the website?
No, no, we didn't. Where is that money? That's coming from
The
the
50,000.
50,000 gift.
Was it in?
Okay, then can
We
you at
didn't-
least put it in the minutes or something so that then I can transfer
Yeah.
the money?
Okay. Yes.
So 2 votes we need to move the money from the 50,000 and to accept the finances that we have.
All right, so I'll make a motion that we transfer the money from the $50,000 donation to cover the Renaissance web design.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hold on, it takes me a long time to write Renaissance.
It's a hard one.
It's a long word.
I'm glad I just had to say it and not spell
I do know how to spell it. It's just a long word.
it. No doubt. Candace.
To move this, did you say how much? 6,000?
$3,000.
The 3,000.
3,000 currently, we approved up to 6,000.
Yeah.
Okay. As in from, we're calling it the Perkins money?
Yeah,
Sure,
Whatever you like.
that's appropriate.
Did you say
Okay.
did you say 3,000 or 6,000?
Well, do you think we should do the whole amount at this time, Ted? Would that make things easier for
You
you?
can, and then when the bill for the 3,000 comes in, I'll transfer the other 3,000.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'll amend my motion to $6,000 then.
I'll second the amended motion.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
I,
Whatever Ted wants, Ted.
yes.
Thank you.
And then we have to make
make a
a
motion to accept the finances.
to accept the finances. Do we have a motion to accept the finances?
Motion.
Second,
Sure.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was Ethan and Darren.
These are going down.
Yep,
Yes.
that was Ethan and Darren.
Thank you. I think my hearing went too.
I like the Perkins money.
It's been a long day already.
It's,
Sure.
Okay.
is that me? Is that me?
I think you're up.
Oh, no. You all have my report. I'm actually pretty straightforward today. As I said before this meeting starts, foot traffic's up. Circulation's up. I'm going crazy. That's the summary. We're currently still sitting at about a 15% increase in foot traffic. Circulation sitting around 8% for the year, 8.2%. We're preparing for the book sale. Jean's not here tonight. She'd tell you that we, I think, have had the largest amount of donations that we've seen ever.
That's great.
It keeps going up every year. We keep saying this is the largest every year, and then the next year bewilders us even more.
Do you know if that's more people donating or just people are donating more books?
I think it's more people donating. I think at this point, we've been doing it for so long that everybody just knows that we're doing it. And then on top of that, the other libraries in the area know that we're doing it. So I keep getting the phone call of, you
Can
know,
I send
Hey,
people?
don't
the
borrow
library,
books on
let us know that you're accepting donations. And I'm like, yeah, bring them in.
We're not restricting people to one box during the book sale?
During the book sale, no.
Okay.
During the rest of the year, yes. It's one box per person per week. When it's not book sale season.
Right.
Which we're back to non-book sale season as of this week. So if you didn't get them in, that's your
Oh, I
problem.
got him in.
I know you did. I know you did. We had our first official staff meeting last Thursday. It went really well. I made it all official and made like an agenda. I think the staff really appreciated that. We had a really great conversation about things that they'd like to spend that hour talking about to help them feel more organized. There were 2 big things that we talked about. They wanted a better scheduling software. I'm still doing this all by paper, hand and pen.
I mean, when they come in,
Yeah, their schedules are hand. So I looked into I was able to save us a little bit of money through TechSoup on some software, computer software. So I looked into a few programs for staff scheduling that allows them to clock in and clock out and gets the timesheets out of the filing cabinet and where they're
Mhm.
supposed to be in the modern age, which is on a computer
Mhm.
and in the cloud and not cluttering up my office. So we've implemented that. We've done a week-long trial and it's working out well. We're starting it officially for the next 2 weeks for the next payroll cycle to see how it really works out. It's not expensive. It's like $4 per user, so it's $12 a month, per month, I should say, $4 per user per month. So we'll see how it goes. But they seem to like it a lot. It makes everything a lot simpler for them, and it actually does task management and messaging groups and scheduling and time off requests and everything in
Okay.
one.
Oh,
Wow, that
Wonderful.
sounds great.
Yeah, so
$4 a month, that's
So
pretty
for
good.
$12 a month, that makes your job.
oh, a heck of a lot easier.
That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Good.
So
Leave it on the computer, log in, is that how they?
yeah, so it's geolocation, so they have an app on their phone, or they can log in, or they can clock in on the iPad at the desk. So as long as they're within radius of the building, they can clock in.
And this won't be used for volunteers.
No.
Okay.
I did implement a new volunteer tracking system, which is a binder. Which before I was just kind of keeping it all in my noggin.
Mhm.
Now I'm taking it out of the noggin. I need more room.
Yeah, no, just
So
before you fry.
Damn full.
yeah, so since we're getting rid of the staff sheets, which usually hang out on the staff board where it keeps the schedule, and they'd mark when all the volunteers would come in, and I would mark when all the volunteers would come in. I created a volunteer binder so that all the volunteers just come in, open the binder, find their name, and then they go, been here for 2 hours, smiley face, and we're done. So I'm trying to streamline things and make workflow a lot easier while also making my job a lot easier. Oh, and if you're curious, the program we're using is Shift. There was another one I really liked, but they wanted to charge $50 a month, and I said, no way, Jose.
Mhm. For 3 people,
For 3 people. Well, that's the thing, is it's unlimited users. If you're a
a bigger.
50 employee company, that's a great bargain. But if you're a 3 employee company, that's not really beneficial. Anyway, so the next staff meeting is Thursday, May 25th at 11 a.m. Again, it's open to all volunteers, trustees, and friends. If you want to come, feel free to. It's just about things going on in the library and just discussing what projects we need to do and how to improve the services to our patrons, basically. We're getting ready for the walking tour this Saturday, and also at the same time scheduling all of the summer reading in detail. It's a lot, but it's good. All the programs are already booked. We're just planning out the prizes for the summer reading.
Do the friends buy those prizes for you?
The friends buy the gift cards for the adult summer reading. We come up with the prizes for the kids. And I was considering doing, if you read a certain amount of minutes, which I think it was like 300 minutes or something like that. I have to go back and look. That you could qualify for like a free t-shirt or something with a new logo on it, which we had briefly
Yeah.
discussed, but I haven't finished calculating how much cost expectancies for that. So when I do, I'll report back and ask if we want to do something like that. But in theory, depending on the cost, it might be covered in our program expenses anyway, because we always do something equivalent to that.
Mhm.
I don't have an update on the grants at this time. I'm still waiting on the Dutchess County Youth Program grant results and the Berkshire Taconic grant results. The one thing that did come up is our projector went out last month. Randomly just decided not to light up anymore. I don't know how old it is, but it's been here since I've been here, so, and it's not the greatest thing on earth, so. But I did find one on sale for like $175. It was within budget. I just bought it. But you probably saw that bill. I actually marked it because I was like wondering if somebody was gonna ask that question on the.
Seems
Bill
like
sheet.
that Darren missed that is really kind of shocking.
No. I'm so ashamed.
Right up Darren's alley. What is this new projector that you bought?
Yeah.
Explains why she complimented me in an email, right?
yeah, exactly. Buttercream
Kind of
toast.
soft.
Really off your game.
The only other news that I have to say is I'm actually going to be away for our board meeting next month. Shame. I will be in Kentucky. My sister is performing at the National Honors Convention in Louisville. I'm
Mm,
gonna go see her perform and spend time with my family, which is within a decent enough drive that's not driving 22 hours down to Texas. So. Okay, that was great. Anyways,
That'll be fun.
I will be attending via Zoom. But Annie's gonna be standing in place physically to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I've already talked to her about it.
She's just
She's
gonna get Ted on the computer.
well, so
No.
you might have to split the Annie duty next library board meeting. Let me see if you there, Ted?
I am, maybe.
he's not happy.
Doesn't sound happy.
I was gonna
No,
say,
I
you
am,
sound
I am.
so happy.
Get to split Annie duty with me.
Okay,
But I will attend via Zoom. But she'll be here physically to make sure that all the tech is cooperating
Okay.
as expected.
Great.
when are you leaving?
Huh?
When exactly are you?
Friday, I believe leaving Friday the 16th. And the whole convention ends on Wednesday. I haven't decided completely if I'm gonna just leave Wednesday and come back and immediately go back to work, or if I'm gonna take the remainder of the week off.
Okay.
I think it just kind of depends where we're at on things and
Okay,
where I'm sitting.
Motion for Alexis to take the full week off.
I second the motion.
all in favor?
I
Aye.
People.
I appreciate the of support for my vacation. In either case, so that's it for the director's report.
Okay, Jean is not here. She is counting votes, I think, right now.
Ooh.
So the committee reports, financial planning, we are gonna have to present a budget to the town. So we'll have to have that meeting at some point to start the planning. I don't know exactly what the schedule on that is. Ted, when do we normally start that?
Well, right after July usually is when they do a budget. And
Okay.
then it's approved by the Board of Trustees in August. And then in September, it goes into the town.
Okay,
But I don't know now what happens with the 414 in this.
we have to run, I believe, and we're trying to get some confirmation on this. We have to run the two processes parallel to each other, because we could lose the vote.
Right, so it's like a shadow budget.
So yeah, exactly. So I think we have to go along with a true budget for next year and present that.
I do think it's worthwhile to utilize a town board meeting public comment to ask that question.
Mhm.
I know I sent an email out to Rebecca to have a meeting about better planning for that, which I tagged Claire and Kiri in. Hopefully we'll get further clarification on what other things we should prepare for and how best to do those negotiations. But from the few people I've talked to, they said the best way to do it is at public comment, ask that question and continue to ask. If they don't give you an answer, continue to ask until you get an answer that's on the public record. But I think it would be a worthwhile mention at a town board meeting.
Should it be this month or?
The sooner the better. In my opinion, but we might want to wait till we talk to Rebecca.
Okay,
This one is
Thursday.
Thursday,
It's 2
yeah.
days away, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any
No,
comments on that?
no,
Okay.
that
The
was,
only thing I do want to show you guys, just like quickly, is the biggest question that has come up is about special district, becoming a special district, to the point where somebody asked me or said that the reason why are we not doing a special district, is it because the board of trustees would have to be voted in?
which is like, that's the least thing I'm worried about.
Right, so we
Uh.
did talk about this with Rebecca last month, but I just want to reiterate this because I know 3 of you, one of whom is not here right now, got the question
Yep.
about why we're not pursuing this, so I just want to like quickly talk about this process. First of all, it's long. So this is just to get it signed off that we could become a special district, and the part that gets held up is this part right here. Number 13, bill goes to the governor for signature. So we would essentially have to decide we're going to do this, take it to the municipality would have to pledge support, we'd have to create a bill, then we'd have to submit the bill to the legislative committee, and the governor would have to sign off on it. Andrew Cuomo never signed off on it. Ever, that I know of. So that was part of the problem, why we decided not to pursue it. The other part of that problem is it's a year-long process just to get it approved, and that doesn't solve funding. You have to go on the ballot to approve it for the public, and then you have to go on the ballot for funding as well. So it's about a 3-year process from start to finish.
Okay, so just so in steps 2 through 12 includes the town having vote?
Yeah, so I'll just read this. So the first step is that you decide to change to a special district library. You discuss the pros and cons for number 2. Then you have to contact the public library system, Mid-Hudson Library System, tell Rebecca what we're doing, which she came out and talked to us about this.
Mm.
Ethan asked the great questions. I know you were a big advocate for a special district library and still are. The system would have to inform the Division of Library Development that we have a pending action to change our charter. The library would discuss the options with the municipality. Step number 6, we would discuss it with the
And
municipality.
hold on, let me
Yeah.
interrupt. So when you say municipality, we actually would have to have 3 different municipalities to talk to.
They have to talk to the town on this
We
part.
talk, just, okay, it's just.
Pine Plains.
Yeah, town
just
of Pine
Pine
Plains. Yeah,
Okay,
so we would discuss it with our municipality, which is the town. For the type of provisions we'd need. The municipality should pass, so town of Pine Plains should pass the home rule message or some sort of resolution to support, so they'd have to pledge support for the action. The library would make a decision to move forward if, assuming that the municipality approved of the action. The library board and municipal leaders meet with the local legislator to get bill sponsorship, so you'd have to create a bill.
Right.
Essentially for this,
in the county.
So we go
the
to,
legislator.
you'd
Yeah.
go to DD Barrett, basically. Okay.
Yep, and the legislator would draft a bill with the correct bill language and have it reviewed. It
Is that
must
with
include a
DD or
budget.
DD or Michelle, those are our 2
Oh, yeah.
representatives.
Those are our federal
No,
representatives.
they're not, they're
No,
state.
they're
Oh,
our
they're
state.
state? Okay,
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
So in the language of the bill would have to include a budget, trustees, the bond votes, and there's like, you'd have to set all the
Okay.
dates and the outlines of it all. And then the bill of language would be reviewed by the Division of Library Development, the said office, and then the bill is introduced and referred to the legislative committee, and if it passes both houses, then it goes to the governor, and the governor has to sign off on it. And then if the governor signs
Then we
off on
could
it,
start.
then you start
voting.
the real work, which we have to sell the creation of the district to the public, because I believe it would have to go to a public vote as well.
And then the budget has to go to a vote after that.
Yes,
So they have to make us a special district and then we'd have a 414.
right. And if you're encompassing multiple municipalities, you'd have to go for each municipality. So like Rojan has to go for.
Their special district.
Hillsdale,
Yeah.
Copic,
Copic,
Ancrum,
Ancrum.
part of Gallatin.
So we'd have to go through part of Gallatin part of Mylan.
We'd have to
Whatever.
we'd have to figure out
figure
those
it.
district lines and we'd have to make a good case for it.
So to sum it up, how many special district libraries are there in the Mid Hudson Library System?
That's a great question. Hold on one second.
But ultimately, the last two steps are basically the same, right? We're going through, while we're not getting people to vote on it, we're getting people to sign a petition saying to put us on the ballot, which is a similar step.
Right.
And then the last step is getting them to yay or nay the amount of money that we're asking for, which is
Right.
also happening in this instance. So really it seems to me through this laborious, intensive process, the only real difference is that the trustees become elected. Is that correct? What are
And the
the
money
other-
gets spread out a little differently.
Because we go to the other municipalities for the
yeah.
money as well.
Right, so they,
Okay.
we'd have to come up with.
We'd have
the
a bigger
percentage.
pond to fish in for the money.
Right, right, exactly, and then
Okay.
our town wouldn't have to pay for it, everything.
Okay,
Which I think is what when they keep asking us
Okay.
that question, that's what
okay,
they're
and
trying
what,
to
so
say.
what percentage, well, I'm not,
I mean, we'd have to.
I'm not sure exactly if they knew what they were asking, but what is the percentage of, and Ethan probably knows this off the top of his head,
Don't
of
don't count on it.
of people of Pine Plains voters that make up the population that would be the special district. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like,
We'd have
in-
to outline that.
okay, so like, are we looking at, we would be getting 5% of the money from people outside of Pine Plains, 50% of the money from people outside of Pine Plains? Like, what is the advantage, financial
Well-
advantage to the town? I understand what it is. It's getting the other municipalities to support it. What is that percentage that they would be relieving the town of Pine Plains from?
It's not.
It's not
It's not.
significant.
Okay, so that's your,
significant,
so
yeah.
that's,
And that's-
Original estimate was up to 15%, but that was if we were taking over the entire town of Gallatin, the majority of Mylan, and a good chunk of Ankle.
okay.
Well, and Mylan's already covered halfway by Red Hook.
Right.
And Gallatin's a weird situation. We might be able to do
So
Gallatin,
it's like $16,000 that we would be
Probably.
saving the town.
maybe.
As a back of the napkin kind of
Right.
guess.
So
Yeah.
the P-type are people who are only in Pine Plains?
Yeah, keep in mind that covers Gallatin.
The P-type includes Gallatin.
I believe so,
Okay.
yeah. Because they fall under our P code. But yeah, so that was the point I was gonna bring up. Our
Well,
home
we only have
patronage.
30.
I mean, I can
patrons who
separate,
aren't
yeah,
P-type Pine Plains.
right. So I mean, it's not a huge percentage of users that are, for a library of our size. I mean, we're chartered to serve a population of a little over 2,200, and we have 1,300 card users. That's a very high percentage across the
Mhm.
the library system. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Mhm.
But a lot of that is Pine Plains patrons. It's
Mhm.
not, we're not getting a lot of usage from other, I think there's a few, obviously I can think of a few off the top of my head that are Anchor, but in terms of the overall picture, I mean, you're probably talking less than 5 to 10%. I don't think that it's that significant.
I think we should find that out because I think if in fact that's what they were asking
Right.
and they're trying to say that we need to share this financial burden with the neighboring municipalities, then I think we need to have a number to say like, actually, it would only be alleviate 5% of your costs, which is not significant enough, in my opinion, to go through a 3-year process.
I think it's worth looking into, but the main reason that we decided not to look into it was because our funding issue is an immediate issue. Yeah,
Well,
right.
that was what was my sort of
Right.
follow-up to that
Yeah,
is
okay.
that we don't have 3 years
Right.
to do this either.
With the chance
We're-
that the governor won't, we go through this whole process and the
Right.
governor wouldn't sign off
Right.
on it.
Or
we
that
wouldn't-
started.
Right, exactly.
Right, I think. Yes.
To answer your question on special districts, so starting in April of last year, when voting season starts, there is Woodstock, which is a special district, Stone Ridge. I'm not gonna name all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 that I'm counting
Out
on
of total,
66.
66.
so it's a third.
But the vast majority are in the 414 category.
Yeah, so because association, municipal, and municipal libraries both can go for a 414 vote.
So special district is the 529,
Special district,
239, whatever.
it's
Sorry,
But would be your.
259 is
college
a
fund, I think.
250, yeah, 259 vote is a school district, is originally a
Oh,
school
it's
district vote.
okay.
Although, well, I don't know, they,
So
259,
you don't
yeah, I
call
get
it a
it.
414 with a special district?
if no, it's just a special district vote. If you're an the way that they really do this is that if you're an association, it's a 414. If it's a municipality, it's a 259. Which we're a municipality, although they haven't, I don't know,
But we
I don't,
become-
I don't understand how they have these categories.
Okay.
Don't ask, I don't know.
Okay.
I
I think that it's very helpful to have run through that. Just to one more time remind me of what the difference is. And
Can you send that to us?
the list,
the
No,
spreadsheet.
Your
Your
flow
forecast
chart
graph.
of Word.
Yes, and you're,
Flow chart, there you go.
I'll do that after.
and we should probably let go of the,
But I just wanted to go over it because it was
Mhm.
one of the highest questions this month.
I think this is something we should, if we're going, we should have a Q&A, film it, publicize it in like October, or like
Mhm.
2 weeks before the election, so people still
Right.
remember it. And this can be one of the bullet points.
right? Okay,
Okay, the only other thing that I have to add is
Close up it.
Sorry about that. No, it's fine.
the only thing I have to add is I have the 2023 estimated tax assessment and how it impacts the library's costs for users. It wasn't as big of an impact as I thought. I think I was overshooting significantly. That's fine. But it did bring down, right now, I think the estimated assessment is sitting at a $36 million increase across the whole assessment for the town. And that's already taking into account tax exempt, property tax exempt
Mhm.
properties.
Mhm.
So assuming that it doesn't change very much, the big difference is that it takes the average user under $100 a year. So I think it came out to like $97 instead of 109.
Okay.
I have the paperwork in the office. If you want to look at it, we'll review it. But it does shave, I think, like 70 cents per $100,000.
do we have the FAQ up live
No.
on the website? We
No.
also should do that.
Well, I thought we were waiting until the
Okay.
new website goes up.
Okay.
If it's going up this month or next month.
Well,
next
okay,
July,
I guess
by
we
July.
don't need it for the signatures.
I mean, I think we need to get now that you have the logo, I think we need to get the trifold or
Yeah.
whatever we end up doing,
And have that.
Yeah,
and you can have that
Mhm.
here, correct?
right.
Okay, all right, I think we need to
Yeah.
get that done pretty darn quick.
Yeah, I can get the trifold done. We haven't prioritized the website because we're not really in campaign mode, and with the
Right.
new website,
Okay.
I'd rather just wait.
Okay, yep.
Because if the website goes up at the 1st of July, then by that point, we should have our signatures and we'll know that we're in campaign mode
Mhm,
and can launch
Right.
that.
right.
That's it for financial planning.
Okay.
Okay, so I need the logo.
I'm waiting on, depends which logo you want. I have the center stack. I have the center stack, I have center aligned. I'm waiting on the left aligned. I have just just the picture of the book. But they all just came in Friday afternoon.
Okay, so when you have them, let me have them, and
Okay.
then,
And we have the color codes.
yeah, and the color codes.
Yes.
And then we'll have him mock up a couple of different I've measured, like, literally, I'm like a crazy person. I've measured every sign in town. I'm out there, like, literally in front of the funeral parlor with my
A 14-foot ladder measuring
like
pecs.
this and oh my God, pecs.
It's really quite large.
It's very large. And I'm gonna do the Millerton ones. They have a new sign at the park and it's very nice.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna measure that one. And then I also saw this, you're not gonna be happy about this, but I saw this, it's not a tent. It's like a stand that has a handle on it. It's wood. It's really nice looking and it has the letters on it where you can just carry it out and bring it back in again instead of doing
Why
that.
wouldn't I like that?
Because I think you want the like thing on the sign, but I think it might make more sense to do it separate. So,
I don't mind this separate.
okay. Just because I think the sign could be super clean and small and
I actually like that better for one reason, and the reason is that if we don't have something to put on there, we don't have to have it up and it
Yep.
looking blank and ugly.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
have to come up with something, another thing I would have to like manage.
okay, all right, so
That's
Yeah.
true. And Paul did a adorable.
Yes,
He made a smiley face inside
Do you want
the
me to show
cover
it
of
really
the logo for kids activities.
Oh,
It's so adorable.
here, I'll show it really fast, it won't take too long,
Sorry, since
Oh,
we're
it's-
talking logo.
it's fine.
So it's not the kids under a pine tree.
No
Okay.
kids under the pine tree.
Gotcha.
Why does everybody hate pine trees?
It's.
Because it's just over
We're just
I
over.
think we're
the-
modernizing.
We're just over the vine.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Here, I'll share screen so that everybody can, so this is the youth one.
I'd almost be okay with that being the regular logo.
And I have that in black and white as well.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Yeah.
So this is the center stack logo,
Yep.
by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called me and said, I just had this idea because I was looking at it and just said, I need a smiley face. And I thought it'd be good for your youth program. So I'm
Yeah.
imagining this on a t-shirt for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
I
cute.
like it. It's kind of like a smirky face. Like, look how smart I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Facilities capital investments.
I ain't got
You
no
got-
updates on that.
Policy review, I sat in on yet another trustee training this evening. And the policy review came up. The list is a little longer than it used to be because there's several new policies that are now required. But between this session and the fiduciary one that I did 2 weeks ago, I asked Alexis a whole bunch of questions, and so there is at some point, we got to go back to this, but I think it's not the most pressing thing on the budget or on the agenda. Since Patrick's not here, we're not going to talk about bylaw review.
We probably should
Oh.
on the date, if we have a majority, if
Oh.
we want to vote to change the date.
Okay.
Or the day of the meetings.
Okay, so the doodle poll seemed to make Saturday a
The
better.
Yeah.
Patrick didn't do it though.
I don't have Patrick's input on that day.
Saturday during the day or Saturday evening?
Saturday at 9 a.m.
Tell me what I'm on.
So I was confused, and then in your follow-up email, it made sense. The doodle poll I thought was just for next month, so I'm reading it and it was specific dates.
Yeah, because I have to set it first. Yeah,
I'm an idiot. I'm dead.
it's okay.
It's fine. I had only had like 6 cups of coffee at that point. So then you sent an email and I figured out that it was monthly. I personally, this is just maybe selfish. I will try to make Saturdays work. I come off a 24-hour shift. I cannot guarantee that that will work. That's my 2 cents.
The other option is we keep it on Tuesdays. Or let me look and see what the other like second winner would have been. So
The 4 a.m. slot.
I still say that we should
We should do
where
it
was
in Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yeah, we should just go to Switzerland.
Or I am before I go to my 24 would be perfectly fine.
We'll do it on a Friday and that's okay, because then I can just go to Albany. I'm not at all in favor of a 9 o'clock on Saturday. I mean, if that's what the majority.
I got
that's
10 a.m. on Saturday. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then from there it's all over the place. I got Tuesday at 6:30. So I tried to bump it up half an hour to see if that helped anybody. Thursday is a no. The only date I didn't put on here was Wednesday. Do we want to, how are people's availability on Wednesday evening, maybe? 6:30.
Second Wednesday of the month? Or third
7 is
Wednesday?
better for me because either I have to come back from the city,
Mhm.
and so it's tight for me to get here.
On a
At 6.
Wednesday.
I can not go to work,
Okay.
that's fine. I can also, I mean, I can work from home, it's fine, or if I go in, I can take the train, but I need to be able to get here in time from the train,
Right.
and so that would really be 7.
I mean,
Better, it would be
7
better for
is
me,
fine.
but or I can just not, I mean, then right now I'm not going to work on Tuesdays that we have the board meeting, I just stay here.
Wednesday at 7 would work for me.
Kenda,
On the third.
Let's give it a try. My husband says he's gonna help out and I will try to get there on Wednesdays at 7. I'll try my best to be in person. For Zoom, any day is fine.
So do we want to make a motion to adjust our meeting times for like the next 3 months? And do a trial basis? See how it works?
And of course, July and August, I'm off and I can be there
I don't
in
know.
person any day.
I can make 6:30 actually, if that's better for
on
everyone.
Wednesday.
Yeah, the train gets in at 5:52, so I
Does the
can,
half hour really make that big of a difference?
if everyone feels like they'd rather do
Here's
it
the big
earlier.
challenge.
The
to
problem is
Wednesday.
it's having to do it when the library's open.
Yeah, and we have no private meeting space. I mean, I can reach out to town hall and say, we need the upstairs room. But we have no private meeting space. That's the problem. And we're open till 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I mean, personally, I would love to not have to schedule an extra hour outside of operation hours. I don't have an issue with that, but this is where the limitations of the
I
facility come.
Personally, don't have a problem having a meeting when the library is open later, but I'm also not here later, so I don't know what the usage of the library is.
It's usually quieter.
No, Wednesday, we have the teen night. We've got, if we've
Oh, but
got
then
the
there's the
cook
cook
group.
Yeah.
Boy,
Wednesday's usually busy for us. Wednesday
can eat?
evening.
That would-
Well, that would be the 4th Wednesday of the month, or the
Right.
4th Wednesday of the month is the cookbook group. But we have the teen night on Wednesdays, which sometimes I might do upstairs if they need privacy, but I don't mind switching that around.
Okay.
My point was, I have no problem having the meeting here if the library is open and it's conducive to it, and if we need an executive session or private discussion, your office is huge anyway, even though it's crowded, right? But it's big enough for, 6 people to stare, 7 people to stand around, and.
Do a
Yeah.
stand-up meeting.
Yeah.
The next Thursday was like a solid no for everybody. Friday was kind of Kenda could do it, Kiri could do it, I could do it. Claire, you said no. Ethan said no for Fridays.
Friday evenings.
Yeah,
It's not ideal.
Nope.
It's not ideal.
Friday, I don't really.
But I actually don't have anything normally scheduled on.
Yeah, and if I'm the only nay for Saturday, don't change it based on me, because I've only got a few months to go, so
Mhm.
don't,
we didn't hear that.
work.
We didn't hear you.
He basically said if he's only nay on Saturday, that.
No, he said he only has a
Not
few
wild
months to
about
go.
Saturday.
I
I'm
never heard
not,
that.
yeah, I'm not wild by any means, that's an understatement.
No, I think that's at one point, Alexis and I were saying we need to have a kind of programmed day where if something happened, like a snow day.
Yeah, we need a
So
designated, yeah.
maybe we could hold the Saturdays as the snow day. No, it's not really a snow day, but so in a pinch, we can always, come back on Saturday, but it doesn't sound like Saturday is the best
I would,
choice.
I would say let's keep it on Tuesdays for now,
Yeah.
but set Saturday at 9 AM as the
All that.
backup date.
Yeah,
And we'll
yeah.
publicly post that on the website so that it's already there.
right. Now the
And-
question is, do we have to have that put in the bylaws?
Yes,
Okay.
that will need to be put in the bylaws.
Okay.
Well, we're not changing. We're not changing the meeting then.
No,
It's still
but,
Tuesdays.
but if we're gonna
So-
designate that that is going to be the set, that the
The set
following
backup.
Saturday is gonna be the set backup date. That it keeps
That
us from
has to
having
be-
to deal with the whole making sure we're giving adequate notice, because it's already
Okay.
notified, it's already there,
Right.
people can
We have
review
to
it
put
at all
it-
times.
Okay.
So then if we have like, and that covers if we have a snowstorm or like tech isn't working or whatever, we have a backup that's already prepared and we don't have to worry about
Okay.
notifications.
It just goes in the queue with the rest of the bylaw changes that we've been talking
Yeah.
about for
Right, okay.
2.5 years. So,
Okay, so
Get it in the
we'll
queue.
have to, yeah,
and you're the applicant for the
yeah.
board position, right? Do you have anything to offer about when the meetings are, or
This-
any problems or conflicts?
Tuesdays work for you? Okay,
Okay,
well then that's an extra guaranteed
okay,
for the most part.
Yeah, because the whole idea is we need bodies in the seats here to make quorum.
Yeah.
That's where we
Yeah.
struggle.
that is where we've struggled, yeah. Okay,
Pinda, are Tuesdays still a hard no for you?
I'm gonna try. Bob is on the plane already going to Liverpool. But if he was here, I would make him swear that he would take care of Thomas on Wednesday so I can come to the meeting on Tuesday. So that's my plan, and he
Okay,
better go along with it.
all right.
okay,
We'll be married 49 years this October. He damn well better go along.
wow,
And he knows by now to do what he's told, right?
Exactly. He tries to be the boss. It doesn't work.
okay,
So yeah, I will try to be there.
So happily
Okay.
Saturday at 9 AM.
okay. Okay, no, Saturday, 9 AM.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
really for that one too, I don't like.
Yeah.
So what are we doing with the bylaws then? We're not doing bylaws? We are.
I don't think we need to do it the second.
No, we don't need to do it
We,
right now.
we have to, we're gonna have to prioritize some of the bylaws changes, I think. And get it done. Is there any new business? that
I would
anybody-
like to bring up, I don't know if anybody heard, Dick Hill died. That's Marguerite's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we should send a card and flowers on behalf of the board
Mhm.
to Marguerite. An invaluable member of this library community for many, many years. And she's been having a tough go of it with Dick recently, so.
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that next ad? Is that-
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't know if we,
How do we do?
I
that?
can do that.
On your credit
I
card.
mean, I can, yeah, as long as we approve the purchase of it for. I don't know, do we have a dollar amount in mind for
I
flowers?
don't know how much flowers cost anymore. I'm sorry.
Depends
I
on-
would say up to $100.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I'll probably just put it in as a miscellaneous expenditure.
Yeah,
Okay. Darren? No.
No, that fits miscellaneous.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
okay.
Darren, you seconded?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have $100 left in our miscellaneous budget, or do we need to acknowledge that we're including?
Did we do it? I don't think we did a miscellaneous, any miscellaneous budget this year.
Yes, we did. $100.
Wait, look at that.
We have $100.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay, so
this is it though, Alex.
this is,
All
it.
right, this is your-
This is it. There's no more miscellaneous.
All right,
Okay,
I'll make it work.
Thank you.
and then we get to call an executive session, so,
Well,
I'm sorry,
I have a question for you.
okay,
At the last meeting, you discussed the bills that could be paid.
right,
You were supposed to review that list and come up with a final list. Because I spoke to Alexis, some of those items cannot be done.
right.
Yeah, that was before you logged on, but yeah, we should solidify
Okay.
that now.
Yeah,
we need the
we,
credit card.
The credit card.
the
yeah.
credit card can't be included in that list. We did talk about this before you came on, but didn't run through that list one more time, right? The minutes were not printed out.
So is that the only thing that can't be on there is the credit card?
I think so. It
I
was
believe-
utilities can, which is payroll can, utilities including trash, telephone, insurance.
Payroll.
Yeah,
Mhm.
payroll's already covered.
That's first off.
Mid-Hudson library fees, right?
No.
Actually, that's not.
That Mid Hudson
included.
Library.
So that
fees.
was another thing that was on the list. of
Okay.
credits.
Oh, okay,
It was on the first list and then it wasn't on the final list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they don't charge
Um,
us a fee for that if it's later.
Gotcha.
As long as it gets paid eventually.
I heard we don't care about late fees.
Yeah, we don't care.
What I heard.
It's cut off
what-
notices. that-
it's-
that they're-
yeah,
that
it's
they're
cut off.
control-
Light shop.
The other thing that doesn't have to be approved on a monthly basis, according to Rebecca at the fiduciary thing, was anything that we're contracted to make payments on. So if we have a 3-month contract with a designer
Website, yeah.
that says on, February, once we approve that will be paid, we don't have to continually keep approving the next payment.
Right. That'd be the
It's
same as
stuff
some
like
people that do
that.
Tai Chi and our other
Yeah.
programs.
Exactly.
We've already encumbered that
Yes.
money when we approved the
Right,
program.
exactly. So that's,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's the utilities, rent, insurance, payroll. So,
Can I just go back? Mid Hudson is on there,
yes,
in the minutes.
but I believe Mid Hudson has to come off.
Mid Hudson and the credit card has to come off.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought we were putting, all right.
So to be covered, what is covered is, for us at least, is trash, telephone, insurance, and payroll. That's what's on our
And
current
postage.
and postage.
Yeah.
That's what's on our current list. Our current expenses that we don't have to wait until the board meeting to send the check out. Now, we still have to approve them in the list every month,
Right,
but we
right.
don't have to
Wait,
wait to send the check.
This almost makes Ted's job harder. Because he's got to maintain 2 separate lists of what he can pay and what he can't pay. You know?
Yeah,
And really, it's just a checklist.
Yeah.
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 But and this would cover us if things ever changed for some reason. Lights, propane, electric,
Well,
whatever.
Yeah.
If we ever had those, that would
Right.
be covered as well.
I want to go back to what Claire said, just so I have clarification for myself. You're saying that people such as Kurt Anton, who does the Tai Chi, I no longer have to wait and hold the check. It can just go out?
if there's a contract signed that he's paid monthly.
And there's not really a contract for him.
Right, I think it's if we're contracted. That was Darren's example was the Tai Chi. It was
Abigail.
more like, if we sign a contract with, a business that says we're paying them on the 15th of every month, and then we approve the contract because it's said.
So
Like
yeah,
a printer.
Let's say we were gonna hire the architect for $30,000 and we agreed to pay him $10,000 a
Right.
month. We've already, we signed the contract, we know it's 30 grand, we're paying him we pay him the first of the
Right.
month, $10,000. So that would be something we
I
could
think the
approve.
better example to that would be when we had the copier, Ted, we signed a contract saying that we would pay for that every month. We wouldn't have had to wait till each board meeting to send the check out. Because we signed a contract saying that we approved for that
Right.
expense every month.
Yeah,
So,
program people, we don't sign contracts, right? It's-
correct, yeah. And well, I mean, some of them we do, but usually for a one-time expenditure, but not for, I don't sign contracts for a guaranteed year-long.
Right.
Which is smart, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's only if we have like the Renaissance So when the $3,000 bill comes for the web design from Renaissance, we can just send the check. We don't have to wait because it's already been approved by the board.
Right, but the board approved both payments,
Right.
Yeah,
3,000, so that's automatic. I'm
Right.
trying to get at, of all these people, you have Abigail Gallagher, you have people that work for you, but don't have a contract. You're saying that the checks for them are to be held
Yeah.
until the board meeting.
Man,
Just so I'm clear.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds
Yes.
like.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume that includes health insurance.
Yes.
We just pay it.
Yeah, health insurance.
That's payroll.
Yeah, health insurance
It's employee
is
benefit.
part of compensation.
Okay.
So any employee compensation that's covered by the employee contracts is covered.
Mhm.
It's already an approved expenditure.
What about mileage?
Mileage has to be approved
Because it varies, right?
yeah.
because it varies, yeah.
Okay.
And we may not want to pay Alexis's mileage to Texas.
Not to Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Right.
You know what? We'll
Not
do
quite
Texas.
Um,
Halfway.
so we have to get into the executive session. Do we want to invite Alexis to stay for that?
I'll make a motion. We go into executive discussion, session with our director to discuss a new board member, potential new board member.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
So can we just mute and turn the video off?
Well, the problem
For the
is that
intermediate.
Kenda's not gonna get the minutes
Good night.
for this.
Bye, Sandy.
This is the downside of video conferencing.
Can we turn off the YouTube?
Yeah, just the YouTube. That's
Okay,
And actually, there doesn't really, I mean, not that we don't want Ken involved, but there really don't need to be any minutes of the executive session. Because we're not making any motions and we're not taking any votes. That has to happen at the regular meeting.
Right.
right.
I would just turn the camera off for the YouTube and.
Hold on, wait. Who seconded that? Ethan made the motion.
No.
Yeah, Darren
Darren.
seconded.
Okay, at 8:15.
I think Karen spoke before I did for that.
Do we want to do what
well,
kind of the
Kiri-
town board does and say we're adjourning for executive session and no, we can't. do
Yeah.
that.
No, if
I
we have
don't
to,
like that. I know.
if we have to
That's-
vote, we need to come back and vote.
Yeah.
We have to vote for this.
Do we have to vote?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
but okay, then that needs to be on the YouTube, so I'd have to restart the
We'll have to restart
YouTube.
it after.
I think it's just if we want to have a conversation about it, we go into executive session,
Yeah.
is that right? And if we we discuss
Yeah,
pros,
the
cons.
the
and then-
problem is I can't shut off the live stream because we have to approve it on live stream.
Okay, so why don't we decide, do we need to go into an executive session to discuss this future board member?
Can
Have
we
we seen
pass
the
out?
application?
Yeah, here. I'm gonna hand it out and then I'm gonna go
Okay, well, she's in the bathroom. we will-
here.
Well, Alex, if somebody wants to call me, I'll go on speakerphone and you can mute that.
We could do that,
We could just shut off the YouTube.
but if
But then
if we have to
we
approve it
vote
on
to
YouTube,
do
so.
it.
I mean, mute the YouTube and you can pull it
But
off.
then
of,
Kendra will be.
No, so somebody will call
Oh,
me.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
We'll call
Attention,
you.
Claire.
Do you want me to do that? Am I doing that?
Yeah,
Call,
call.
okay, somebody
yes.
call.
I don't have that paper.
We'll call you and we'll go over it there.
Okay, you
Okay,
have my number?
somebody will get it.
Go ahead.
Just-
Go ahead, Ken.
917-691-1319.
Gotcha.
All of Pine Plains will be calling me.
Yes. Well, it's okay, your information's public anyway.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Turn your phone on, Kendra.
Oh my god. I'll be back.
I may start. today.
That
Right
is-
here.
that's-
There's no reason it shouldn't work.
I don't know.
Did you write down the right number?
Hold on.
9-1?
917-691-1319.
Yep,
Do it again.
I just did.
Same thing.
No caller ID, no caller ID.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, I have an unlisted.
I don't know how to make it
You're getting
so that
spammed.
everybody can call me.
Somebody else has to do it. Here, Claire. Sorry.
Didn't even ring.
691.
You could dial my number upstate, maybe it'll work.
Did I just call somebody?
Probably.
Oh, I did. I just. I
There's a
called
fire
somebody.
department responding.
Oh, sorry.
Here, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
You want my house number? You could try that.
No, it's fine. 917.
691-1319.
Just a motley crew here.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Okay,
All right, you're on speaker.
Figured it out.
we need to
I'm going to
turn,
mute and turn off the video.
Okay. Yes, something is squeaking.
It's you.
Hold on. Is that better?
And we need a motion to go back into the regular, motion to go back into the regular meeting.
Second,
Second, third, all in favor?
Aye.
Let's get the hell out.
okay,
Do we have to make the vote? Live?
Yes.
We do have to make the vote.
I'll make a motion for our new, to approve a new board member, Sandy Koch, to the Board of Trustees.
Second.
All in favor? Aye,
aye.
okay.
Are we back?
Kenda,
Are we back?
Yes.
Is Kenda back?
she's muted.
I'm here, hold
Okay.
on. Ethan made the motion. Who seconded?
Ethan made it.
Darren seconded.
And we all.
Everybody said aye.
We all said aye.
But isn't her last name Fox? Is that what you said?
Koch,
Koch.
Koch, Koch.
Oh my God.
Sandra Koch.
This is really,
Oh, you know what? I think I had that written last time. All right, I heard Fox. I told you, I hit my head. What do you want from me? I broke my glasses, I broke my ears.
Okay, I will go home and send this, wait a second.
Can I make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
please.
All in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Bye.
God.
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
My computer is so hot.
Thank you.
Be a battery fire right here in the library,
Ethan front and center.
which might actually be the